As I'm speaking a lot during the meetings, and I am sending a lot of mails about methodology, Cordula sent me some questions for homework. These are the questions that I have to address for this presentation. Some of them are rather difficult, some of them we have discussed already here. I am going to begin with the last one, the role of stakeholders and the impact of them. Because as all of us know, we speak about governance yesterday and today. Two levels of consideration of the role of stakeholders. First of all, it is to say their opinion about over-tourism. Over-tourism for us, it is a perception of locals and tourists, because they are going to give us if the change as presented by Barcelona, it is affordable or not for them. So we have to ask them, because we cannot measure, we cannot use the measure of pressure only, because we know very well, it was presented by Barcelona. In Barcelona, the figures is one tourist for 10 people. In island of Santorini, it is 10 tourists for one person. In Barcelona, they are protesting. In Santorini, they are not protesting. So figures are not enough. We have to ask local people what they think about. How to address this? We use surveys to record local satisfaction. We have discussed. I'm not going to say more on that. The other, how we have to take in account the stakeholders' vision is to implicate them during the procedure of planning. So they have to be informed in the beginning about the problems that are in the destination. Then to calibrate with them the evaluation system of limits that they think that they are in their area, and finally to participate in the decision-making process. I'm not going to stay on the definition of carrying capacity. It was used by biology in the beginning. It is defined as the environment maximal load, ecological footprint from the different human activities before ecosystem functions are not anymore capable to produce ecosystem products and services. So we need to see what it is a minimum environmental capital, but as we have an approach not only for the environment, but for the total destination, we need to have not only for the environmental capital, but the human, the man-made, and the social capital. It was presented before. I'm not going to insist on that also. And we have the WTO definition about sustainable tourism that give us two mandate, I can say, to create an activity that is going to last, the satisfaction of tourists and locals for tourism now in the future, and that the destination has to last, the economic, social, cultural, environmental aspects of the destination. So the mandate for the scientists is to measure the tourism footprint and evaluate if tourism, along with other activities, contributes or not to the sustainability of the destination. That means within the carrying capacity limits. How we measure sustainability, we know that very, very well, but we need the sustainability of the destination for the society welfare. We have to measure different things. And we have to take into account, to have in our minds that tourism activity has to be, as all other activities, to be within the limits of natural resources of an area. If they are not, we have the problem of carrying capacity of the area. We have developed this methodological framework where with DPSIR, with D, it is the activities, P are the performance, the activities footprint, tourism receipts, employment, land use changes. For us, it is important. I have to stress it again and again. Resource consumption, waste production, but also air, noise, light, pollution, because all these are in WTO and WTTC criteria. Then how this footprint is changing the state of the area in order to be able to see what it's going to do for the future. Tourism footprint, we measure tourism intensity, tourism density. We know that very well. And we need to know more about specific areas, as about water. Is there any water scarcity? Is the abstraction higher than natural refillment? Which activity consumes what quantity? In many places, agriculture is still consuming more than tourism, even on islands. And we need to have very precise data and indicators, consumption per hectare, per night spent, in order to be able to evaluate the situation and then monitor the situation. When we began 15 years ago to speak on the Mediterranean level about measuring and creating observatories, we have an idea to have a lot of data. At the end of the day, in this project, we have decided that 10 indicators for the companies and 10 indicators of the destination, it was very difficult to have them. I'm speaking 15 years ago. We can see what we have done in this study. It is available on the web. Of course, you know, then we continue with INSTO project, which content of an evaluation of a policy system, how to improve tourism performance for the welfare of destinations. That is the point. The goals of enterprises for profit maximization is in short and mid-term. The goals of tourism partners, it is more long-term. And the destinations, it is the sustainability. How to do this? There are some benchmarking, useful, and but they have their limits. There is, for energy consumption, benchmarking, what it is excellent, satisfactory, high in different type of hotels, and with WTTC report, benchmarking to cities for over-tourism. But these benchmarking are not applicable for Canarias or for Aegean, because tourism share of GDP, it is much more higher than 8%, that it is the highest risk for this area. So we have to organize differently our information. We have done it many times in the report for the Mediterranean and for Mykonos Island, with different indicators that are now adapted to MST and INSTO, or how to say, domains, parameters, with specific indicators where we can find data, and then trying to say if it is good or not good for social pressure, economic efficiency, seasonality. And this is a dashboard where in red we see that it is not sustainable at all. it is for the island of Mykonos, and in other, it is green, well, means the results are okay. So the MSc project put parameter indicators, and we are working on that. And at the end, and I think that this is my last slide, we began with 29 indicators during the last meeting, and we have to see and to separate the indicators between tourism performance and the impact of indicators to the state of the destination. We have two groups of indicators, and we have to go on that. And the second issue for us, it is to take into account the land use changes influencing many environmental parameters. Thank you.